If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. In what could be the most shocking NFL development of the offseason, rumors are swirling that the Cleveland Browns have quietly pulled off a blockbuster trade involving none other than veteran quarterback Joe Flacco. Multiple unnamed sources close to the organization claim that the front office orchestrated a secretive deal behind closed doors, sending Flacco to an undisclosed AFC team in exchange for a package that reportedly includes draft picks and a high upside backup quarterback. While the Browns have yet to confirm or deny the reports, the buzz has been enough to send shockwaves through the league and ignite a firestorm of speculation across social media platforms. If true, this marks a monumental shift in Cleveland's quarterback strategy heading into the 2025 season. Flacco, who revitalized his career with an impressive late-season surge in 2024, was widely expected to return as the Browns starter, or at the very least as a stabilizing veteran presence. Instead, it appears the franchise may have chosen to capitalize on his resurgence by flipping him for assets, raising serious questions about who will now lead this team under center. The potential implications are massive, and the timing couldn't be more surprising given how integral Flacco seemed to their future. The alleged deal, which insiders claim has been in the works for weeks, reportedly came together with astonishing discretion. No leaks, no media chatter, no indication that Flacco was even on the trade block, according to whispers from within league. Circle's Browns general manager Andrew Berry played this one extremely close to the vest, looping in only a handful of trusted executives and legal advisors. The supposed reason for the stealth approach, a calculated attempt to avoid a media circus while exploring options that would allow Cleveland to pivot strategically without igniting immediate fan backlash. Flacco, now 40, had expressed interest in continuing to play, and there were signals he was open to mentoring a younger QB while competing for a starting job. Yet if this deal proves real, it suggests that Cleveland either received an offer they couldn't refuse or had already made a philosophical decision to hand the reins over to someone else entirely. With the team still silent, it leaves fans wondering if this was truly a case of high-stakes poker or simply a smart exit strategy. The silence from Flacco's camp only deepens the mystery, adding layers to a rumor that's gaining serious traction. What's particularly stunning is the ripple effect this potential move could have, not just on the Browns but across the entire AFC landscape. The identity of the receiving team remains tightly guarded, though speculation has centered on quarterback-needy franchises like the Raiders, Titans, or even the Steelers. Yes, the Steelers, which would add a layer of delicious rivalry drama to an already spicy AFC North. Analysts are already dissecting which franchises might be desperate enough for a veteran like Flacco, especially one who showed he still had the arm strength, poise, and leadership to guide a playoff-caliber team. Remember, it was Flacco who stepped into a chaotic Browns situation last season, and against all odds strung together several gutsy wins that catapulted them into postseason contention. For a team on the brink, he's not just a body, he's a proven commodity. If the Browns manage to extract significant value for him while keeping the deal out of the headlines, it might go down as one of the savviest front office moves in recent memory. But until the curtain is pulled back, all we have is conjecture and a whole lot of questions. Could this be about Deshaun Watson's return? That's the $1 million, or rather the $230 million question. With Watson expected to return to full health and resume his role as starter, it's plausible that the Browns saw Flacco as more expendable than fans assumed. But the optics are delicate. After a string of injuries and off-the-field controversy, Watson remains a question mark. Trading Flacco, who served as a safety net, would suggest the Browns have full confidence in Watson's trajectory. That confidence might be warranted, or it might be the kind of blind optimism that backfires. Even more intriguing is the possibility that Cleveland may have someone else in mind, someone younger, cheaper, and potentially more dynamic. There's already chatter about the team keeping tabs on promising quarterbacks buried on depth charts elsewhere, and one unconfirmed report even suggested that Cleveland is eyeing a potential trade-up in next year's draft. If true, Flacco's departure would be the first domino in a broader quarterback overhaul, hinting at a long-term plan that goes far beyond 2025. Regardless if this is how the Browns are maneuvering, they're doing it with a poker face that would make even Belichick blush. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Some insiders suggest the Browns are playing the long game, looking to reshape their roster with an eye towards sustainability rather than short-term gains. With the AFC stacked with elite quarterbacks, from Patrick Mahomes to Josh Allen to Joe Burrow, the Browns may be conceding that riding with an aging FLACCO, no matter how inspiring his resurgence, wasn't going to cut it in the long run. Trading him now at the peak of his late career market value might be the boldest play yet from a front office that's been anything but conventional. The question then becomes, what did they get in return? While no official package has leaked speculative, reports mention a second-round pick and a developmental quarterback with intriguing physical tools. That return would indicate the Browns weren't simply dumping FLACCO, but saw the move as an investment in flexibility. If the team hits on even one of those assets, the trade could look brilliant in hindsight. However, there's always risk. This is Joe FLACCO we're talking about. The Super Bowl MVP, the steady hand who turned last season's chaos into an improbable playoff run. Moving on from him is not a decision to take lightly, even if it makes sense on paper. Let's not forget the locker room dynamic. FLACCO was beloved in that building by coaches and players alike. He brought a sense of calm and professionalism. That helped steady a Browns team beset by quarterback uncertainty. Multiple players praised his leadership during last season's crunch time moments, and there were reports that some veterans even lobbied for him to start in 2025 regardless of Watson's status. If this trade did happen, it might create friction within the roster, especially if the replacement isn't immediately effective. That's the kind of risk that can spiral quickly, turning a calculated gamble into a locker room headache. 1. Anonymous player reportedly told a local beat writer, if Joe's really gone, they better have something serious up their sleeve. That sentiment echoes across the fan base too. Browns fans are passionate, loyal, and not shy about expressing disapproval when they feel burned by management decisions. The last thing this team needs is another quarterback controversy. But unless the Browns come out soon and clarify what's happening, speculation will only continue to grow louder. And with it, so will the scrutiny. Adding fuel to the fire is FLACCO's own silence. Known for his low-key demeanor, the veteran quarterback has not made any public appearances or media statements in the past week, fueling suspicions that something big is underway. His usual off-season interviews and community events have suddenly disappeared from the calendar. One source close to the FLACCO family mentioned that he's been off the grid, taking time to consider his next chapter. Could that mean he's processing a move, or is it a misdirection play while the deal finalizes? The fact that no one from his inner circle has addressed the rumors is suspicious in itself. In previous off seasons, FLACCO has been candid about his role, his future, and even his frustrations. This time, nothing. Radio silence. And in today's media ecosystem, silence often says more than words. It's possible FLACCO has been advised to stay quiet until all the paperwork is signed. Or maybe he's contemplating retirement depending on where he lands. Either way, his absence from the public eye is only adding credibility to the swirling rumors and making fans desperate for answers that simply aren't coming. Even rival executives are starting to whisper about the possibility that this trade is real. One AFC general manager, speaking under the condition of anonymity, reportedly told a league insider that something big is going on in Cleveland, citing an unusual amount of activity around Browns personnel in recent weeks. That same executive hinted that a trade of FLACCO would make sense given the team's current cap situation and long-term goals. If that's the case, the Browns may be playing a deeper game than anyone realized, balancing salary cap realities with roster construction while trying to maximize return on aging assets. It wouldn't be the first time a team moved on from a beloved veteran in the name of strategy, but it might be the boldest example yet in recent Browns history. After all, this is a team that has spent decades searching for quarterback stability, trading away the one guy who brought them that even temporarily seems counterintuitive unless there's a master plan in place. But again, without official word, all anyone can do is speculate. And speculate they will, especially as training camp. looms and the need for clarity becomes more urgent by the day. There's also the wildcard theory. What if the Browns are setting the stage for a major splash? The NFL is full of surprise quarterback moves. Remember Tom Brady to the Buccaneers or Matthew Stafford to the Rams. Could the Browns be eyeing a blockbuster of their own? Maybe a disgruntled star is quietly on the market, or perhaps a draft day deal is already being lined up for a young prospect flying under the radar. With FLACCO out of the picture, such a move suddenly feels plausible. One wild rumor making rounds suggests the Browns have been in quiet talks with a West Coast team, potentially exploring a 3-team trade scenario involving both veterans and future draft capital. While no names have been confirmed, the level of chatter behind the scenes suggests something big is brewing. It's possible the FLACCO deal is just the first chapter in a multi-phase plan to overhaul the offense and rebrand the team's identity. And if that's the case, then Cleveland fans might need to brace for even more fireworks in the days to come. The only thing we know for sure is that this story is far from over. For now, all eyes are on Berea. The Browns facility has become the epicenter of league gossip, with reporters camping out in hopes of catching a glimpse of movement or a stray quote. Team officials have refused to comment, sticking to the classic no comment on rumors or speculation line, which only makes the situation more suspicious. Some fans have even gone as far as tracking private jet activity out of Cleveland Hopkins Airport, convinced they'll uncover the mystery destination of FLACCO's alleged new team. It's borderline madness, but that's the level of interest and anxiety this rumor has generated. Until we get official confirmation, this remains an enigma wrapped in a mystery, but it's a story that's not going away. Joe Flacco's surprising resurgence last year made him a fan favorite and a symbol of hope for a team that's long craved consistency at quarterback. To move on from him now in silence without explanation, that's not just a bold move, it's a risky one. But in the NFL, sometimes the riskiest plays are the ones that pay off the most, or the ones you regret forever. Only time will tell. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!